Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And down he goes just beyond the 35, but that pretty move got him some extra space to run. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Hey, come on. 11.
Here's McKinnon. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Garoppolo on 1st down. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And some space here. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there, hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Carlson now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Credit the tackle to Jalen Holmes.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Throw right side, taken in by Pettis. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Cousins on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Cousins to throw it. Going deep for Diggs. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They're going to look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a fourth down after the scramble. So on fourth down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now McKinnon. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Garoppolo now. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Throwing, Cousins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Go ahead. Hey, Clifford.
3rd and long for Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Daniel Carlson now for the Viking field goal. Carlson able to put this one through. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Carlson now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Let's go on and attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
11.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Garoppolo now, 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo, eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
11. 20. 180. 6.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. The Niners on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught inside the 25. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one. 41 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're running right through it. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now Garoppolo. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Jaleel Johnson in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. And Gold is able to put it through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And down he'll go at the 25. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. 2nd down, Cousins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. More from Minneapolis after this. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49ers offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
13. Here we go. 180.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Garoppolo now. Just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Flush to his right, and he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
120. 180.
Garoppolo again. Alluding to pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
180.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
180.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Carlson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. Garoppolo on 1st down. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
180!
To throw is Garoppolo. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
Here we go. 180! Six!
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Here we go!
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well, as we are back and underway for the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Where's your hot?
On 2nd down, Cook. And an alley to run. He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move couldn't free him. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. The Vikings on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5.
Yellow. Lucky 50.
Now Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Listen to me. The horse. Ready? Spurs. Shift. Watch the shift. Where's the horn, Hunt? Out. We're going. Let's go. Move. Go ahead.
They pitch it out to Cook, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Bring the energy. The hot. Ready? Check. Yellow. 48. Yellow. Watch the run. Where's that?
Cousins now on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Cousins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Daniil Hunter. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
11.
Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Niners on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be third and a mile. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here's Bradley Pena now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Again, it's Cook, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it'll be a third and about 13.
Here we go, huh?
Throwing, Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Cousins giving this Vikings offense a bit of a spark early on in his tenure in purple as his guys have it 1st and 10. Now Darkwa. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Back to the ground. This time Cook. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They come out here in the eye. Cousins on the keeper. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.